you guys are really going to like these, and I think they can all be directly applicable to neutral grip as well.
All right, Coach, what are we looking at?
So this drill is going to be called domino stick work, and I think you could do this one of two ways. You could do it where you're going backwards and you're practicing what we call defensive exits or pulling the ball to your defensive half of the field. And obviously you want your face-off guys to be able to make a great pass and a good decision so that you guys can clear right away. So this drill, we're going to work on a few different exits, as you'll see in this video. All of these can be done neutral grip, and we're trying to get the ball up and out of our face-off guys' stick quickly so that our team can clear right away. I think a lot of times when teams lose face-offs, they're chasing or they're trying to make something happen. This is a great opportunity, you know, if you bang it back or to your goalie or hit your defenseman coming out of the box, that you can catch the other team the other way with some transition.
Got it. Working on our exits.
Yeah. And you see this is one where he rotates kind of into a backdoor exit where he rolls those wrists back, gets it back to his goalie. On all of these, you want to try to keep your hands close to your face and not bring your stick too far behind your shoulders just in case anyone is trailing you, which usually if you get the ball after face-off guys are going to be, because everyone seems to be hunting you when you have that ball. And you notice that drag on that exit, that's really a good way to kind of take advantage of what the current rules are and gain some more separation without taking a step. And you see, I try to keep that stick right above my head in between those shoulders so I'm hard to check.
Yeah, and if they miss your head, they might hit your noggin.
Exactly. A lot of times that happens, right? And if you could draw a foul after face-off, even better.
This is like Twilight Zone here. We got Nardella. This is stuff.
So here's our 3v3 drill, okay? And these guys are going to start locked up, and you see we have the other two, the wing guys, right on the soccer circle, right? So everybody starts pretty tight, and this will force your team to play 3-on-3. And one thing that I've done to make this even more fun in a team practice setting is you have a couple units. So if you have 4 face-off guys, you get 4 sets of wings, and you guys can play with nets at the tops of the boxes. Right? And your guys have to make at least one pass unless it's a clean, fast break. But you have them pass right after the ground ball. Usually we encourage 2 passes in a triangle shape, so you always have an outlet in front and behind. But it's a great way to get your wing unit in the mindset of pushing right away off the ground. And with the condensed field, having the nets at the box, I think it makes it fun, competitive, and fast-paced.
That's cool. Yeah, you include some goalies, you score some goals.
Yeah. Throw the backup tendies in that. Let them get some shots from some guys who may not be as accurate as your tagman.
Yeah, might get hit a couple times. It's all right.
It's all right. It builds character. See, we have these guys super tight, and we're starting with the ball half covered so that we really enforce the lockup. All right? And you notice I'm kind of talking through this. As I start to see myself get this ball, or if you're coaching somebody, they can use this hop step even from stand-up to kind of peek around and notice where their safe space is. And I'd love to hear what you guys use for communication. But for me, I like guys just using my face as a reference and saying right, left, front, or back. Simple directional calls will tell me where I can go. And if I hear space, I know I can get that ball to space and like where I'm hearing that sound from. And my guys should have outside position. I don't know if you guys teach that at your respective schools, but I like to have our face-off guys stay on the back hip, or our wing guys stay on the back hip, so they could almost drive their opponent into the face-off, and we own the outside of the field.
Yeah, we teach that too, box in rather than box out.
Right.
And then the other thing I would say is, to your point, like our guys, we started saying fox for forward, depending on where you're pointed, or eagle for behind. But the problem is when we practice it, it would be both wing units yelling both verbs or like both words at the same time. So it'd be like a chorus of Fox Spiegel, Fox Spiegel, Fox Spiegel. And our face-off guys are like, what? Where do I put this ball? Everybody's screaming at me.
Yeah, we use the right, left, back, I'm pretty sure, Coach Nards. I know Coach Latz and you spent some time together.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I think
deals and deals, you know.
Keep it simple.
Better So this is just now you're just running the drill.
Yeah, now we're just running the drill, and you see as kind of like the guy in the blue popped it out, everyone's kind of putting pressure on him, right? We're not killing each other or throwing crazy checks, but making those passes under duress or what happens at the end of tight games. Now this next drill, we got our whole unit lined up, and we're going to work on tossing the ball to different spots based on different situations. I think any face-off guy who can only go to himself is a single threat, right? Once you utilize those wings, it can really help you free up fast breaks. So having the ability to pop the ball backwards is huge. So we're using our helmet as a target. You could use cones to make a little window guys can put the ball through. And you could do several different sequences, like there we're rotating, other times we're just going through our legs, to toss that ball to space based on what you might see that week scouting. So if you see that, you know, a team had success rotating once, turning counterclockwise and tossing out, maybe that's what we would practice for the week. But I think giving yourselves and your team the option to make this play frees up your face-off guys for self-exits and fast breaks. So if you can use your wings, you can, in theory, get transition at the other end once teams start biting, because no one's going to be okay with just giving up free ground balls to the back half of the field.
For sure. Cool. I like how you're using a target, like a helmet or a cone somewhere,
right?
Visual.
And it makes it tough because you guys know with the stick or you got an athletic pole, he's really got 10 to 12 feet of range to pick that up if he beats his guy off the line. But if you could put it exactly to one spot, you'd be like, yo, I just need you to beat that guy right to where the circle meets the football hash mark, right? And if he beats him there, we got the ball.
No doubt. Cool.
So this last drill, I think, is going to be huge for neutral grip. Obviously, we're practicing different things, and you'll see guys do a couple different moves like rake or jam or whatnot. What every coach should be having their guys do when they're taking live reps, if we're doing standing neutral grip this year, for college, is practice going against the rake, practice going against guys who jam, practice going against guys who just pinch and pull the ball out. By having your guys do that, they'll be able to identify little characteristics maybe in his grip or his pressure or his stance that might be a telltale sign of what he's going to do. And if you know what that guy's going to do, that's going to make you way more effective, because part of what neutral grip is going to bring is a little bit of an element of surprise with guys having the ability to be successful on different moves. So I think just practicing situational faceoffs is a definite must, and you guys will see in this drill. It's pretty simple. We're really just taking lives under a premise that we're doing a certain move. And always, if you're having somebody just counter, it's great reps for them trying to steal ground balls back. So when I do something like this, I say, hey, it's 2 points if you're not clamping and you get the ball back. 1 point if you do. And you always got to put something on the line, whether it be push-ups or sprints. I think face-off guys directly get motivated by the fear of failure. And I think you have to give them a consequence, because in a game, there's consequences if your team doesn't get the ball.
It's awesome.
For sure.
It's the mental training piece of it.
That's awesome. No, I mean, I think that's great. I mean, you're tying into competing for something. And then again, like you said, there is a consequence if you lose the face-off, right?
Yeah,
that's important
absolutely.
to do it that way.
And, you know, you can win games where you don't win a lot of face-offs. We've lost games, you know, both in college and professionally, where I've won a lot of face-offs, but it's kind of when you win them and what you do with them. But I think morale-wise, there's something that can't be quantified about not getting the ball over and over again with your team.